On behalf of Deputy State Fire Marshal Maribel Fournier and the men and women of the Department of Fire Services, I'd like to welcome everyone to the commencement exercises for the 264th graduating class of the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy's Career Recruit Firefighter Training Program. At this time, I ask you please join me in welcoming our presiding officer for today's ceremony, Deputy State Fire Marshal Maribel Fournier, accompanied by the official party. Please join me as we now welcome the Chiefs of Department for today's graduating recruits. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you please rise for the entrance of Class 264 and the posting of the national and state colors. Class 264 was led in by Lieutenant Kevin Fitzgerald of the Newton Fire Department. I ask that you please remain standing for our national anthem, which will be performed by Miss Loren England.
Rose, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red alert, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the that our flag was still there. Oh, say that star-spangled banner for the land of free and
I ask that you please remain standing for the invocation delivered by Reverend Gary Bloom.
Let us pray. Gracious God, we've gathered in this wonderful day of celebration, a day of celebration of studies well concluded and a commitment to service. We ask, O Lord, that these badges represent the nobility of purpose, the commitment that is made not only by the firefighters themselves, but their families as well. For this is not just a job, but it's a calling to be a servant. We ask now your blessing upon each and every one of them and upon the families here. Keep them safe, keep them well, keep them focused. We honor their commitment, and we thank you for their diligence of service to us now and forevermore. Amen.
Please be seated. Again, welcome everyone. My name is Joseph Klusnick, and I currently serve as the Deputy Director of the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy. I just want to let you know that today's ceremony is being live streamed on Facebook. So if you see the video specialist, Miss Christina Mitchell, walking around and shining the camera everywhere, please, when the camera's on you, make sure you have your best smile ready. I'd like to take a moment, just let you know who makes up today's official party. I will bypass temporarily the gentleman to my immediate left. I will start with the presiding officer for today's ceremony. She is the Deputy State Fire Marshal, Maribel Fournier. Next to the Deputy Marshal is a member of the Massachusetts Fire Training Council, the board that oversees and puts forth all policies regarding training here at the Stow campus, our Springfield campus, and at the numerous remote locations throughout the state. He is the Undersecretary for the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security, Patrick McMurray. Next in line is also a member of the Massachusetts Fire Training Council, from the Newton Fire Department, Chief Bruce Croyer. You've met the next gentleman. He is the chaplain of the Bridgewater Fire Department. He is also the Deputy Chief Chaplain of the Massachusetts Corps of Fire Chaplains, the Reverend Gary Bloom. And on the far end is the keynote speaker for today's ceremony from the Hyannis Fire Department, Captain Thomas Kenny. It is the mission of the Career Recruit Firefighter Training Program to take a group of young individuals, introduce them to the history of the fire service, give them the education and the tools to survive in today's fire service and the demands, prepare them for the challenges of the future. That is no easy task. Captain is so fortunate to have at the head of the program overseeing the quality control of the Career Recruit Training Program, Assistant Program Coordinator, Mr. Jack Gelinas. Certainly the Fire Academy is blessed to be associated with a group of dedicated, trained professionals, the men and women that make up the instructor corps and the support staff that day in and day out ensure that the firefighters of the Commonwealth are the best trained across the country. Many of them can't be here today because you probably saw them out in action on this very hectic day, doing nothing but the best for the firefighters of the Commonwealth. We are lucky that a few are scattered along the audience, and they're responsible for the training in the classroom, the training out in the drill yard, and for even making this very ceremony possible. So I'd like to take a moment just to say thank you for what you do for us each and every single day. And lastly, you probably met a young lady at the other end of the hall. She was passing out the programs for today's graduation ceremony. She works tirelessly behind the scenes, handling everything administrative. The administrative assistant for the recruit programs, Ms. Christine Dancero. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the honor of introducing the Deputy State Fire Marshal for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Maribel Fournier.
Thank you and good afternoon. On behalf of the Department of Fire Services, I would like to welcome you to the graduation of Career Recruit Class 264. I'd like to thank the department's hardworking staff on guiding another class through a successful graduation. Our administrative and instructor staff is key to the success of each recruit who sits here today. Our instructors are experts in the field, and you are very fortunate to have their many years of experience. We have a combination of retired firefighters and firefighters who work on the job currently every day and also come back here and give their time and their dedication to the fire service so that you can succeed successfully in this recruit class. I would also like to welcome and thank the fire chiefs for their continued support and for their recognition on the importance of how training is and how important it is for you to come to this academy. We are also fortunate to have the support of the Executive Office of Public Safety, Secretary McMurray, who's here with us today, and the legislature. This day could not be possible without the strong backbone of your family and friends who provided you and who helped you through this journey. Their support and sacrifices made sure you were successful. Your hard work, I'm sure you had a lot of early mornings and a lot of late nights studying, played an important role in you reaching your goal and becoming a firefighter today. Today you will leave here as a firefighter, but do not forget that there is always something new to learn. And the Department of Fire Services is here to ensure your skills stay sharp, and we're always here to teach you something new. Be sure to continue your training in the years to come. We look forward to seeing you come back. Some of you may be instructors in the future. We look forward to having anyone come join our team here. Enjoy this moment and congratulations on your hard work and success.
Thank you, Deputy. At this time, I'd like to call upon Undersecretary Patrick McMurray, as a member of the Massachusetts Fire Training Council, to present the Richard N. Bangs Outstanding Recruit Award to the outstanding student of Class 264.
Congratulations, Class 264. Just a quick comment before I read the Outstanding Student Award. I've been in law enforcement, this is my 37th year, but I'm going to tell you, if I was to do it all over again, I'd be a firefighter. And it's a fact. I make that statement all the time. I've been in this position 3 years. I work with fire every day, work with the fire marshal, the deputy, and I'm proud to say that I'm affiliated with fire. Now on to the award. Richard N. Bangs was the chairman of the Massachusetts Fire Training Council for many years. Upon his retirement, the council voted to name the Outstanding Student Award in his honor. The recruit training curriculum is designated to train and evaluate students in the basic skills of firefighting profession. This course is demanding both academically and physically, and completing it is an accomplishment worthy of recognition. In each class, there is one student selected who has excelled in the training program, and this student is named as the Outstanding Student of the class. This award is based upon the student's total academic score, successful achievement of both academic and practical skills, testing, and evaluations. At this time, I'd like to invite Chief Bruce Proya of the Newton Fire Department up to the center of the stage. I am pleased to announce that the recipient of the Richard N. Bangs Award for the Outstanding Student of Recruit Class 264 is firefighter Jason Riff of the Newton Fire Department. I don't know if I pronounced it.
I just hate it when a technicality gets in the way of something good. And what I mean by that is we have rules and regulations that are put forth by the Graduation Planning Committee. Right now, you probably saw on your program that it's basically Chief Proya's time to come up here and give some remarks. But the rules and regulations state that if an outstanding student is a member of the Massachusetts Fire Training Council department, he or she cannot come up to give a speech. So, Chief, I apologize for that. We are petitioning the Graduation Planning Committee to hopefully change that ruling. Unfortunately, it's been cast in stone for many years, and we're not going to get it resolved today. However, I will say the rules and regulations do have a backup plan. If the Massachusetts Fire Training Council member is not permitted to speak, his designee in this case would be the outstanding student himself. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite up Firefighter Jason Wright of the New Fire Department. Thank you. Well done.
Well, I just want to say that I'm humbled and honored to receive this award. There's 34 other guys out here that deserve this award just as much as me. This class was unbelievable, and I want to thank you guys, because without you guys, I mean, day one I didn't know how to put my pants in my boots, and you guys are the one that built me up and kept me going. I just want to thank you guys. Thank you to all the instructors, to the Mass Fire Academy, and I'll be back up here a little later too, so I'm going to keep this one short, and thank you guys so much.
Captain Thomas Kenny is a 36-year veteran of the Hyannis Fire Department. He is also a longtime instructor in the art of fire and collapse rescue techniques. He is currently a rescue team manager for Massachusetts Task Force 1 and has been deployed to numerous disasters across the United States. Many firefighters are familiar with his articles that have appeared in Fire Engineering magazine. Tom is also a contributing instructor at the Fire Department Instructors International Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Captain Tom Kenny.
Deputy Director, Deputy Marshal, and Undersecretary, thank you for the opportunity to speak for the next 90 minutes. It won't be that bad. My name is Tom, and I like going to fires. From the time I was a small child until now, it's all I ever wanted to do. Maybe it was hereditary because my dad and both my grandfathers served on rescue companies in the Boston Fire Department. I tried for years to get on the job, and in 1982, I was appointed to the Hyannis Fire Department. I've been there ever since. But my career is going to be over shortly as I age out of the best job in the world. Hard to realize it went by so fast. Didn't seem like that was going to happen when I first went on, but let me tell you, brothers, I'll miss the job, but more importantly, I will miss the guys and girls that I've worked with. I work with some of the most dedicated firefighters that you could ever find. Good men and women, and my hope for you today is that you believe that also, that you know you have a spot in the best job in the world. You've completed the required foundational education here at the Academy, and you've learned the beginning skills here. You've learned them from instructors who put in the effort to provide those skills to others like yourselves, and they are not compensated nearly enough for their time, talent, and dedication. So now you owe them. And what I believe they want back from you is for you to succeed as firefighters, to treat the job the way that they treat the job. I know looking back at my career, there are situations that I could have handled differently. Too late for that. That's life. I also know now in retrospect that I did make some good decisions. I learned from guys on the job and from going to work. I studied for promotion, sometimes more than once, to get the spot. I took classes in different disciplines, and I put in the effort to attempt to master this craft of ours. But I also know that I didn't do it alone. I was supported. My wife Kathy and my daughters have fully supported me in this job. Maybe we could say they just put up with what this job requires from a family. Missed family time, missed sporting and school events, shift changes, overtime, national deployments, and sometimes hearing the horrors of what I've experienced. Having to go to classes, department functions, and funerals. Funerals of firefighters we didn't even know. But we do it because that's part of our job. It's what makes us different from others. As of today, there have been 44 line-of-duty deaths in this country of firefighters. Now that you'll have graduated, you will go back to your communities and you'll be expected to function as firefighters. You'll be asked to do many different things, most of which won't be to put out fires. Fires are down. And over the years, our job has morphed into something else. Our role in society has changed. It's changed with the times. But the one thing we still do is we help people. I'm willing to bet that almost every one of you, at some point during your interview, said one of the reasons you want to do this is because you enjoy helping people. How very admirable. Helping people takes on many different roles. Assisting at a lockout, carbon monoxide calls, medicals, and of course helping each other. But it often seems that we have to be part of the solution to social ills. We answer the phone 24/7, and we always respond. We respond with the intent to help. Sometimes we might feel that our response is beneath us, or maybe even needless. But maybe not. Maybe the caller that made that call, to them it's an emergency, and we're the last ones in society that will actually help them. It's what the public expects, and for us, it's the right thing to do. But at some point you'll go to fires, and for that you must be ready. You must master your protective clothing and your SCBA, because it's supposed to be part of our success, part of our solution, and not part of our problem. Remember, there'll be two things you'll never get back on the fire ground: time and air. You'll need to develop good habits when you go to work. Checking your gear, checking your radio, your air pack, your hand light, and your tools. You'll find that at your department, they may not do things exactly the way they did it here at the Fire Academy. Staffing, the type of situation you respond to, experience of the department, and officers' decisions all play into how we operate. But training will make you better. At work as a new firefighter, you belong on the apparatus floor, not in the television room. You will learn the piece, where the tools are, where they're kept, and eventually how to use them. Every department has someone senior to you, and on a day like today, they're all senior to you. Go to them. Ask them to show you how it's done. That's their responsibility, to show new firefighters how to become old firefighters. Master your job. Someday it'll be your turn to pass it on. That's how we become ready. I recently read a quote, no idea who wrote it, but it said, "I am not here for me, I am here for we, and we are here for them." Pretty much says it all about our job. I think the we is probably the most important part of that quote. The job is very much team dependent. We don't usually do things alone. Just this past Tuesday, my department responded to an incident involving 3 persons trapped out on a jetty by high seas and windy conditions. Now that's a job that we've done many times over my career, anywhere from 6 times a year to 8 or 10 times a year. 10 members of my job took part in that rescue, and if just one member didn't do exactly as trained, it would not have been a successful rescue. But we've done it before. Nobody got excited, nobody yelled, nobody made any sarcastic comments, they just did their job. That's experience, and we've trained for it. Everyone had a part in that rescue, which refers back to my point on mastering your responsibilities. It just may keep you out of a terrible situation, like a Mayday. God forbid it happens to anyone. But ask yourself this question. If it does happen, would you want you coming to get you? Be the firefighter that can say yes to that question. During your career, you will face the fire, and maybe it's a situation with people trapped, and you're their last hope of survival. Be the firefighter that can say yes, because we're here for them, and it is worth the risk. The last words I would like to leave you with are to pick a specialty. There are all kinds of disciplines out there evolving in our service. Ladders, pumps, rope rescue, collapse rescue, hazmat, diving, paramedic. And when you do, also master those capabilities. Take classes, eventually become a fire instructor. Participate in our great international union of firefighters that work so hard for us and our families. Then, above all, love the job, because it is the best job in the world. Best wishes to you new firefighters, and certainly to your families. May God bless our armed forces, and may God bless the firefighters and police officers of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Captain Kenny. Now I'd like to call upon Assistant Program Coordinator, Mr. Jack Gillines, to call the roll of today's graduates. Family, friends, please come on up front and center for pictures when we call upon your firefighter.
Before we call the roll, I'd like to ask all the veterans in the class to please stand up. All the veterans in the house, all the veterans in the building, please stand up. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice. Now from Avon, Fire Chief Robert Spur. And assisting in this presentation, Avon Police Chief David Martineau, who is the father of graduating firefighter David Martineau. Bridgewater, Fire Chief Thomas Levy. Graduating firefighter Jason Axton. Graduating firefighter Christopher McConey. Of Burlington, Fire Chief Stephen Yetman. In assisting in this presentation, retired Cambridge firefighter Harold Rosenberger, who is the grandfather of graduating firefighter David Rosenberger. Of Danvers, Fire Chief Robert Tyburn. Graduating firefighter John Hodgkins. Of Devens, Fire Chief Joseph LeBlanc. Graduating firefighter Benjamin Bigelow. Graduating firefighter Daniel Botilla. Of East Bridgewater, Fire Chief Timothy Hunt. Graduating firefighter David Freeman. Fire Chief Eric Smith. Assisting retired Assistant Chief Thomas. Graduating firefighter. And assisting in the next presentation, Gloucester firefighter James Hannon. Who is the father of graduating firefighter James Hannon II. Of Hyannis, Fire Chief Peter Burke. Graduating firefighter John Riley. Marblehead, the Fire Chief Jason Gilliland. Graduating Firefighter Joseph Gray. Of Milton, the Fire Chief John Grant. Graduating Firefighter Thomas Ambrose. Of Nantucket, Fire Chief Stephen Murphy. Graduating Firefighter David Angelestro. Graduating Firefighter Jose Chatty. Of Natick, Fire Chief Michael Lentini. And assisting in this presentation, Needham Firefighter Edward Sullivan, who is the father of graduating firefighter Brendan Sullivan.
Brendan, congratulations.
Of Newton, Fire Chief Bruce Hoyer. Graduating Firefighter Joseph D'Angelo. Graduating Firefighter Kyle Jepson. And assisting in the next presentation, Bedford Firefighter Christian Despina. Was the cousin of graduating firefighter Alessandro Leone. Graduating firefighter Christopher Quinn. Graduating firefighter Jason Wright. Chicatano.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Of North Andover, Fire Chief William McCarthy. And assisting in this presentation, Haverhill Firefighter Jonathan Primus, who is the father of graduating firefighter Corey Primus. Of Peabody, the Deputy Fire Chief Richard Nelson. Graduating firefighter Kevin Becker.
Firefighter Becker, congratulations, sir.
Graduating firefighter Angel Rivera.
Congratulations, Angel.
Graduating firefighter Anthony Luciano. Of Sandwich, Fire Chief John Burke. Graduating firefighter Robert Archibald. The next presentation, the Central Father, firefighter James Gardner. Of Seekonk, Fire Chief Michael Healy. And assisting in this presentation, Seekonk Fire Lieutenant Alan Brokott. Graduating firefighter Adam Galliani. Graduating firefighter Lysel. Graduating firefighter Charles Conway. Firefighter Sean Ferguson. Of Walpole, Fire Chief Timothy Bailey. Graduating Firefighter James Gallivan. Fire Chief. Of West Kyle Butterfield. Firefighter Todd Alden. Recruit Class 264.
It is now time to call upon the spokesperson for Career Recruit Class 264, Firefighter Jason Wright of the Newton Fire Department.
Hello again. First, I'd like to give another round of applause to Lieutenant Gerald and Loren English for singing the national anthem in the back. We give them a round of applause. It was unbelievable. It is an honor to be up here speaking on behalf of Class 264. And significant others for being here today, and for being there for the last 10 weeks. Without listening to our that night, the early morning, late night, we would not be here, graduating today. So we'd like to thank you guys. We'd also like to thank all the chiefs, the training officers for your guidance and giving us the opportunity to be part of the best profession in the world, and that is a fact. I'd just like to thank the chiefs and the training officers again. Thank you to the Massachusetts Fire Academy, all the support staff, the administrators. As you look around, this is an absolute incredible facility that we get to train at for 10 weeks. And if you didn't get a chance to walk up to the gas field, it's one of 5 gas fields in the whole entire country, and we get to go to the gas school there, and it's an incredible opportunity. And this place is amazing. And last but certainly not least, we'd like to thank the instructors. The instructors spend their off days here, providing their knowledge, their experience, their passion, and just love for this job, and they instill those values in us every single day. And from day 1 to day 50, they never stop teaching. They never stop teaching us the values of what being a firefighter is all about. And the hats go off to the instructors. If we can give the instructors a round of applause, this is... And for class 264, 10 weeks ago, we started out as just numbers to one another, and we learned very quickly that, parking spots that were actually parking spots were not for us. We learned that the sign on the locker room that reads "Hang your pack every day" really does mean hang your pack every single day. Found that the hard way. And also not using any other bathroom besides the locker room bathroom. All lessons we learned early. 10 weeks later, we've built bonds together that will last a lifetime, and that's the true meaning of being a firefighter. And it was an unbelievable 10 weeks with you guys, and you guys will all be proud. I was going to be proud of you as a class. We got through this together. We picked each other up when we were down, and there's a lot of times when you're down in the academy, but with you guys, we picked each other up and we did it. So we're proud. We should all be proud of each other, and I'm 100% confident that all you guys are going to go out there and have a great, long, safe career. So thank you to you guys. And I would like to invite up a few guys to the plaque. I know this is a little biased, but B from Newton, there's also 5 other guys here from Newton. If the Newton guys can come up and we can put this plaque together for the rest of the class, that would be great.
Flag should be.
Where's all the flag? We don't have the plaque. We're saying.
Get the easy, just in front. Here comes the easy. That plaque will be placed on the wall in the hallway over at the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy building, so members of Class 6-4 come back often to visit it. At this time, I ask that you please all rise for the benediction by Deputy Chief Chaplain Gary Bloom.
Let us pray. Once again, O God, we thank you for the commitment so evident today. May it be an inspiration to all of us to serve one another. We ask your blessing of safety and good health upon all here today and all the families and communities represented. This we ask in your name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude today's ceremony. On behalf of Deputy State Fire Marshal Maribel Fournier and the men and women of the Department of Fire Services, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for sharing in this very special day. For all the dads in the audience, we certainly wish you a happy Father's Day weekend. I ask that you please remain standing for the departure of the official party, followed by the departure of the Chiefs of Department, and then Lieutenant Kevin Fischer of the Newton Fire Department will lead out Class 264. Have a wonderful day.